Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 1, text number 16. Swayam Dhanurdhvari Nidhaya Mayam Bhratu Puro Marmasutaditopi स इत्थं अत्युल्बणकर्णबाणैः गतव्यतो या गतव्यतो यादुर्मानयानः. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta from Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Thus, being pierced by arrows through his ears and afflicted by the core of his heart, Vidura placed his bow on the door and quit his brother's palace. He was not sorry, for he considered the acts of the external energy to be supreme. Purport. A pure devotee of the Lord is never perturbed by an awkward position created by the external energy of the Lord. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said, Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashaha ahankara budatma kristaham iti manyate. A conditioned soul is absorbed in material existence under the influence of different modes of external energy. Absorbed in the false ego, he thinks that he is doing everything by himself. The external energy of the Lord, the material nature, is fully under the control of the Supreme Lord. The material nature is fully under the control of the Supreme Lord, and the conditioned soul is fully under the grip of the external energy. Therefore, the conditioned soul is fully under the control of the law of the Lord, under the control of the law of the Lord. But due to illusion only, he thinks himself independent in his activities. Duryodhana was acting under such influence of the external nature, by which he would be vanquished at the ultimate end. He could not accept the sound advice of Vidura, but on the contrary, he insulted the great soul who was the well wisher of his whole family. Vidura could understand this because he was a pure devotee of the Lord. In spite of being very strongly insulted by Duryodhana's words, Vidura could see that Duryodhana, under the influence of Maya, the external energy, was making progress on the path towards his own ruination. He therefore considered the acts of external energy to be supreme. Yet, he also saw how the internal energy of the Lord helped him in that particular situation. A devotee is always in a renounced temperament because the worldly attractions can never satisfy him. Vidura was never attracted by the royal palace of his brother. He was always ready to leave the place and devote himself completely to the transcendental loving service. Now he got the opportunity by the grace of Duryodhana, and instead of being sorry at the strong words of insult, he thanked himself from within because it gave him the chance to live alone in holy place and fully engage in the devotional service of the Lord. The word Gata Vyataha, without being sorry, is significant here because Vidura was relieved from the tribulations which trouble every man entangled in material activities. He therefore thought that there was no need to defend his brother with his bow because his brother was meant for ruination. Thus he left the palace before Duryodhana could act. Maya, the supreme energy of the Lord, acted here both internally and externally. Thus end the Bhakti Vedanta Pasha. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanushalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namo Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So yesterday we saw Duryodhana insulting Vidura, calling him son of a maid servant and an infidel who is working for the benefit of enemies. And thus he asked his father to throw him out of the palace and make him only worthy of breathing. So when Vidura heard these insulting words, what is the response of Vidura? What is his response? So that is very a great lesson, a, a standard example set by Vidura. And wonderfully Srila Prabhupada has explained. So what did he do? Swayam Dhanur Dwari. Generally the reaction of anyone who gets insulted is he becomes provocated to retaliate. Either he gives back the insult back to the person or he becomes depressed and continuously brooding or thinking over why it has happened to him. But Vidura has not done either of them. He has, the last portion of the purport Prabhupada is mentioning, he did not defend his brother. He has bow. He is a politician. He has bow. He can fight if he wants with his brother or Duryodhana. But what did he do? He used that. He took that weapon and kept it at the door of his brother. Because anyway, even if Vidura fights, Dhritarashtra's life is finished. He doesn't fight also, his life is finished because he is supporting Duryodhana. So there is no use Vidura simply fighting. And above this, the philosophy of life is that all this is the arrangement of the external energy of the law, which we cannot avoid. So Swayam Dhanur Dwari. He surrendered, just gave up his bow in front of the door of his palace, brother's palace, and left. Even though he was to the core of his heart afflicted, Marmasu Tadito, spoken very harsh word, his ears were pierced by the arrows, sharp arrows of the words of Duryodhana, which even afflicted his heart, core of his heart. But still, he did not defend himself, he did not retaliate. He just left the bow at the door of his palace, brother's palace, and left. And he was not even sorry. Hmm? Uh, Gatavyataha. Sorry, here, not sorry means not that he is not feeling. Uh, Sorry means he did not play the victim card. Victim card is, yeah, someone insulted me, and he wants the sympathy of others. He wants to gain the sympathy of others. So he proves, I am right, he was wrong. That's a victim card. So he didn't play such a thing. He didn't feel sorry. See, something wrong has happened to me. I'm such a in a sorry, pitiable condition. He did not pose himself or show himself that he is in such a situation. He accepted it as a will of providence, the external energy of the Lord, and just left. So, how he responded like this, the philosophical understanding is that the whole, everything in this material world is driven by the three modes of material nature. Prakrite kriyamanani gune karmani sarvashaha. Whatever we are seeing in the world, the circumstantial, the personal behaviors, everything is run by the three modes of material nature. External energy is under the control of the Supreme Lord, and the living entities are under the control of the external energy. So, by all means, everyone, everything is under the control of the Supreme Lord. But Duryodhana is thinking that I am under control. I am the controller. And thus he is gliding down more and more into the hellish condition. Uh, So, in this material world, whatever is happening is all driven by external energy. For example, now you have heard Gen Z, they are doing, what is that, some revolutionary protests they have done in Nepal. So we are thinking, wow, what they are thinking, wonderful, revolutionary idea. No, it is all under the three modes of material nature. Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna, driving, that's all. Mother Teresa, she is projected as an icon of compassion, Nobel Peace Prize. No, she is forced by the material nature to behave like that. Not that no special quality is there. Prakrite kriyakam kishi kada madan mohan ki Shishinita. So she is compassionate, which is projected as a wonderful quality in the material world, but actually guna, the three modes of material nature. Guna means very tight rope. You cannot escape. She is forced. She cannot be other than compassion. She cannot live in this world. It is not her guna. Then we have other side, a terrorist or a virappan, a smuggler. You think, "Arey, such a cruel man he is." No, he is also under the modes of nature. Trigunatmaka. Right. He is behaving like that just with the modes of nature are running. Everything in this nature. We are seeing, hearing a geopolitical situation. Hmm. President of one country is behaving like that. He is saying, I'll protect my country. Another is saying, I'll protect my race. I'll protect my religion. All this thing is a combination of the controls of the three modes of material nature. None of them is original. These are all the shadows. They are not original. So a pure devotee, he understands. Okay, all this is a, it's like a forest fire. Who came and made the forest fire? I don't know. Say a scientist was doing an experiment. He kept these red ants. Red ants are little violent ants. So some group of red ants he kept in a jar, kept it silent. All things are going nicely, peacefully things are going. So after some time, he took the jar filled with all these red ants and shaken it little vigorously. He shaken it. So while this happened, each the red ant has hit himself, all these things, and then each of the red ants started killing each other to such an extent that all the entire civilization of this red ant is finished. So they're basically studying the human that behavior of the ant. See, initially the ants are all very peaceful. They have no fight against anyone. But after some time, they're all fighting against each other, killed each other, and finished. But actually, who has shaken the jar is some other one. It, the fellow who has shaken, he is happily living his life. But who spoiled his life is this hands. So, like this material nature is similar situation. The three modes of material nature is continuously shaking the living entities. And the living entities shaken by this, they're fighting with each other and killing themselves. But actually, the entire shaking is happening by Gunai Karmani Sarvashaha. This example that forest fire. Who comes and puts fire? There is no cause. But the entire fire is finished. This is the nature. So a pure devotee understands. Oh, yeah, this is the reality. So therefore, Vidura is not directly blaming Duryodhana for his situation. He is considering Duryodhana is driven by the external energy of the Supreme Lord. See, what a wonderful understanding. Actually, this is a fact. Yesterday we heard that example that a foolish man thinks ration shop fellow is giving him rice. But actually, who is giving? Government is giving rice to the ration shop. That ration shop fellow is giving me rice. If I become obligated to the ration shop, you say Krishna says, Abhidhi Purvakam. Are you are worshipping demigod like a ration shop fellow. He is getting that blessing from me and he is in turn handing over to you. You are supposed to worship government, you are supposed to worship Supreme Lord. But Abhidhi Purvakam, you are worshipping ration shop. Sometimes people bribe ration shop so that he gives better quality rice. But he can give only rice which government is giving him. He cannot produce a better rice and give to him. Similarly, not only blessings are ration shopper, even reversals also come from ration shop only. That is also external energy. This also external energy. It is supreme. So therefore, a devotee, because he surrendered to the Lord, he surrenders to that situation also. Because that situation also created by the Supreme Lord. He is only instrument. It's only instrumental. Ration shop is only instrument. If not this ration, I will go to another ration shop. But I cannot change government. So Vidura has understood. Prabhupada very nicely has explained this. Considering the fact that Duryodhana is also driven by the three modes of material nature. It is not that Mother Teresa is supremely compassionate. She is the best woman and Veerappan is the worst man. So both are under the control of material nature. He is also and she is also. So devotee is not seeing that personality who is there, is setting as an instrument. He sees the hand of the Supreme Lord, the remote cause behind all of this, cause of all the causes. And thus here Vidura, when he saw this, he understood that before it becomes more serious, he just let me go away. He leaves his bow without defending himself. He leaves. This is the understanding of a devotee. And gatavyataha, he is not feeling sorry. Oh, see, I have been insulted, I have been insulted. No, he is not at all thinking like that. He is thinking it's the external energy of the Supreme Lord. Now, the second point that Vidura, he left the palace When he saw that it is insulted, he left the palace. In fact, in the last statement, Prabhupada says, Maya, the supreme energy of the Lord, acted here both internally and externally. So, externally, he understood the situation. This is external energy of the Lord. Duryodhana is only an instrument, and therefore, my reaction, my retaliation is not worthy of it. But then he converted the situation into an internal energy by taking an opportunity to grow spiritually, advance spiritually. That is this great quality of a pure devotee. He makes any external energy into situation into internal energy. Thus he left the palace before Duryodhana could act. Maya, the supreme energy of the Lord, acted here both internally and externally. What is external energy? Actually, external energy is a perverted reflection of internal energy. Original is internal energy. So the same situation is a shadow. The original is something. Pure devotees are able to see that original. So Vidura is seeing the hand of the Supreme Lord, his direction here. And thus he took it as the will of the Lord and good opportunity. He became very happy. He left his poet to holy places. When Vyasadeva, he saw the Supreme Lord, apashyat purusham purnam mayadat apashrayam. He saw Maya next to her. That means what? Wherever Krishna is there, behind Maya is there. And wherever Maya is there, in front Krishna also is there. Both are there. So devotee is not interested in the shadow. If we are engrossed into the shadow, then we cannot see the front, original Krishna. So if we fight with the external energy, suppose in the case of Vidura, any ordinary man is there, he is simply engrossed in, yeah, how he can insult, why he did like that, he's fighting, or he's depressed. So he's engrossed into the shadow. How he can see original? He will never be able to see the original because he's enamored by either enamored favorably or unfavorably by the external energy. But because a pure devotee is not interested only in the external energy, he understands the only instrument. Three modes of material nature. He is able to see the original from where and how I can convert into original. So that therefore here the external energy Maya, Vidura is able to use it for internal energy, spiritualize that situation to Krishna consciousness. And palace, very easily he gave up and left. So that also Prabhupada is mentioning. How could Vidura so easily give up his palace, luxury in the palatial kingdom? Generally, it is not easy. One who is got addicted, habituated to that life, luxurious life, comfort life, lazy life, for him to take up a risky life. If he goes into the forest or into pilgrimages, there is no proper shelter, no proper food, inconvenience. He has to walk all the way. Not that one chariot will be given to him. He has left palace means he has to leave everything and go. Assistance is not there because he was completely attached to the Supreme Personality of God, original. Vedyam Vastavatra Vastu Shivadam. Vastava Vastu. He was attached to the original, Supreme Personality of God, absolute truth. Therefore, he is able to give up all the relative matters, all the shadows, all tucha. The description given in Bhagavatam about Maharaj Bharat giving up his kingdom, very wonderful description. Maharaj Bharat, very young age, 24 years or something, he gives up his kingdom. And while he has given up his kingdom, Bhagavatam describes just like someone passes stool in the forest, in the green field, and he leaves that stool and goes away, disgusted. Abba, the noxious smell goes. Few moments back, the stool was part of his body, but now detached, nasty goes. He's not thinking, "Arey, part of my body, I should collect. I'll keep as a storage preciously in my stool." There is no feeling my stool, your stool. No, he just left. Like that, Maharaj Bharat, he is thinking, my all this palace and all, like a stool. He's not thinking my family, my society, my palace, myself, my body, my luxury. No, all that is a part of a stool. Maya. Obnoxious, dirty, contaminated, left and went. What a hair. And nowadays, when sometimes we tell some boys, you should join. Oh, Prabhu, what about my parents, Prabhu? What will my colleagues think, Prabhu? What will my parents think, Prabhu? What will society think, Prabhu? All that is stool. That is the some attachment to stool. You, my part of body. No, I just left. Thrown. Not even bothered. Let me keep carefully and go. No, wherever it is, throw it and go. Let me run away from that. That is the mentality. So, like that Emperor Bharata, he just left. Not even bothered. Who will take care of this, that, and just left. Maharaj Parikshit, when he was cursed by Shringi, he just left his king because he also considers all these elaborate arrangements is all external. This is a cause of tribulation. That's what Prabhupada is saying. Vidura, these are all material world is a cause of tribulation. He just gave up the tribulation. Very happily he gave up without any feeling of sorry. Ayyo, no feeling like that. Just left, gone, happy. Something is very burdensome. When we give up, we are so happy. Like that. Just. So Maharaj Parikshit also just gave up. And description is given that Pandavas, they understood that Krishna has left the planet. They also decided we will also prepare. So Bhagavatam says they didn't even bother who will take care of Draupadi, Kunti Devi, just left that all. Family commitment to this, that, and that. Because absolute truth is the only reality. All other things are relatives. Relative. So devotee is interested in the original, not interested in the initial. So Vidura, because he's a pure devotee, he got the opportunity. He took this and left the king. So uh, such pure devotees are very well prepared in their mind. Their consciousness is that they're doing it as a duty. The political duties, administrative duties, as a duty with a full heart, heavy heart, burdensome heart. It is not their heart and soul. Their heart and soul is with Krishna and Krishna's service. Huh? Therefore, instead of being sorry or being victim card, he left the palace. Devotees see how the internal energy of the Lord is working, how that internal energy, uh, how that external energy can be converted, transformed into internal energy, that entire situation. So Vidura is a perfect example of how we should face insults. That this insult is actually a part of the material world, like shaking the jar. We should not get engrossed into the jar, thinking, "Oh, okay, I make my settlement nicely here." What is the use fighting? Suppose we are in the jail, and in the jail we are not getting proper water. Will we make a protest? I want water in my cell. I want water. Otherwise, I will do dharna. I will do 30 days fasting. What is the use? Your struggle should be to get out of the jail. That water is not coming as a reminder that you should get out of the jail. And if you are engaged, I will ensure that it is in my cell. I am the best jail kaidi. What are you going to achieve? So if so in such situations when there is a reversal in life, especially insult, because insult is here. Marmasu tadito, core of the heart is getting affected. That is a right opportunity. This is a dirtiest place, material world. Let me do something to get out of this dirtiest place. This is the inspiration the devotee gets. Not that, no, I will ensure that I am the best Kaidi in this world. I will show my Ankara. What is that you will show? That will be crushed by Kala. Whatever Ankara we show, whatever greatness I show, it will be crushed by the same external energy. So devotee is not going to fight to ensure best external energy gives a favorable situation to him. No, he is only worried whether it is favorable or unfavorable. Someone comes and praises him also, he thinks this also external energy only. It's like someone is insulting, that is external energy. Someone is praising also is external energy. And thus, he doesn't bother. Tulya ninda smritur labdha. He is sama. Tulya in either condition, ninda or praising. Smritur, sama. Always is equanimous. Because whether it is praising or whether it is an insult, both are external energy only. Driven by the modes of nature, he is behaving like that. Driven by the modes of nature, he will behave otherwise also. And because he is behaving like that, I am also behaving. I am also part of the external energy. I am supposed to behave as per the Shastras. That brings me out of the external energy, as per the devotional principles. So, in this case, of course, Vidura is insulted by Duryodhana. huh? In our life also, we will come across this, and this is the best example, best standard behavior. When we see, just recognize the role of the external energy and become more strong in devotional service. This is a reminder that this is a dirty place. Someone has come and shaken. I have to get out of the jar. I have to get out of this jail. Let me do that. That's what Vidura is doing. He is going to holy places. So even in our situation, we may see all these praises and insults and all of that. All this is external, especially when it happens between two devotees, especially two devotee friends, peers. We should not take those things very seriously. Should not take it very hard. Just like two friends, as a matter of interaction and jokes, they may pass on some comments. If you take it in heart, then what is the value of friendship and relation? Two brothers are talking, and one brother says, "Arey, you are like this," and the other brother thinks, "Oh, how we can call him like that?" Especially when we get uh, sometimes because of wrong perception or Maya's influence, We consider the suggestions given by authorities as insult. Why is insulting me like that? From authorities, you should never consider as insult. It is for our good. Even if it appears the mode of saying may be insulting, but we should take it as a good direction. The internal energy is working there. And among peers, we should just forget and forgive. That's all. And some juniors will say something and all. We should not bother about it. Some, suppose some stranger is telling. Once I went to book distribution and one fellow opened his home, opened his door. That fellow, maybe he was sleeping deep sleep and I disturbed him. He opened the door and started abusing words he is using. First time in my life I am hearing. So, then what can be done? Sir, I am very sorry. And just, so, strangers, he is releasing my karma. That's all. Is part of release of my karma. I am becoming more purer because of his insulting me. Like this devotee, he analyzes the situation and responds, not retaliates. Very responding is a human behavior. Reacting is a animal behavior, instinctive. Responding means he applies his intelligence, applies his experience, especially spiritual intelligence, spiritual experience, and advances, uses that opportunity to advance in Krishna. Once, of course, this is not a true story, but some good lesson is there. This one devotee, while he was doing some service in the world, in the outside world, some person comes and beats him. So the Lord who is sleeping Ananta Shesha on the Ananta Shesha, bed of Ananta Shesha, he is being massaged by Lakshmi Devi. Suddenly wakes up, gets up from his bed and starts coming down. So Lakshmi Devi is shocked. Suddenly, why Lord is behaving like? She asked, "What happened?" He says, "Someone is disturbing my devotee. I have to go and protect him." So he goes to some distance and comes back. So Lakshmi Devi asks, "Arey, why you told you are going to protect him? Why you came back?" So the Lord says, "Already the devotee is trying to protect himself. I don't have to go." So the meaning is that devotee doesn't retaliate. He allows for the Lord to decide and he wants to protect, he'll protect. He gives the chance for the Lord, okay, Lord, now it is left to you whether you want to protect or not. If devotee himself is retaliating for all the insults and all, then where is the Lord's interference there? Huh? So, therefore, it's a very nice example, nice uh, lesson that we can learn here from the life of Vidura. Of course, we cannot simply apply like this, how Vidura did, because Vidura was in a palace, intrigued with politics, full of external. That is not a temple. He did not give up devotional service because he got insulted. He took up devotional service because he got insulted. Uh, in devotion service, even if insults, we should continue more devotion service. That is understanding. Okay. Any questions? No, Parikshit Maharaj, it is a personal insult. And Parikshit Maharaj understood that this is the will of the Lord. See, if will of the Lord is Kali has to creep in, devotee surrenders to that. He will not interfere with the will of the Lord. Even if wrong has to happen, Lord has decided something wrong should happen. That is the plan of the Lord. How he can do anything? He will not do anything. So he participated in the will of the Lord, surrender of the Lord. That Kali Yuga has to begin. Somewhere it has to begin. And for that, Maharaj Parishit has to go. So he accepted that. He understood this is the situation and he left. And he left the kingdom and took to renounce. So that is also dharma because he surrendered to the Lord in the case of Maharaj Parishit. Now, in case of Vidura, here also he is seeing the situation here wherein leaving the kingdom. He did not renounce, he left the kingdom. His leaving the kingdom is the right solution in his case, in this particular case. Because that's what the Lord is indicating here. That there is no use in staying with Asat Sangha. You are continuously trying to counsel them for good and getting in it. And continuously they're insulting. And it has come to a point where they are going to now physically harm you. That's what Duryodhana is warning. So then what is the point? Better let me. And henceforth, there is no use in counseling because Dhritarashtra already decided fight is imminent. So it's all finished now. So he tried to protect, he tried to do his duty till the point where it can take a U-turn. But when he knows it cannot take a U-turn, then he himself renounced everything. So in either of the case, that renunciation is dharma. But whereas in the case of Arjuna, his renunciation is not dharma. His renunciation is artificial renunciation. Because he is a Kshatriya, he is supposed to protect dharma. And he is supposed to establish dharma, help Krishna in establishing dharma. That is a that is the position he is sitting in. And in that position, if he says, I will not fight. Like Prabhupada gives the example, a woman generally should not dance in public. But if she is a dancer, her profession is a dancer, and she says, no, no, I'm a woman, I will not dance. That's not correct. So similarly, Arjuna is a Kshatriya, that is his dharma. He is supposed to protect religion as a Kshatriya. So his running away from the battlefield is adharma, especially when Krishna wants him to do. Specifically, Krishna wants him to do this. Here, Maharaj Parikshit, Krishna wants him to give up his kingdom. So that Bhagavatam is narrated. So that in this case also, Vidura, Krishna wants Vidura to leave the palace so that he goes through all the pilgrimages, becomes more purified, gets more uh, spiritual knowledge, all these things. So everything is as per the plan of the Lord. So that renunciation also is dharma because it is the plan of the Lord. Situations are same, but reactions are different. Reactions are different. But all the situation, it is a surrender to the Lord because they are all pure devotees. Principle is not renunciation. Principle is surrender to the Lord. Renunciation is part of the surrender to the Lord. Principle is surrender. So Vidura surrendered like that. Maharaj Parikshit surrendered like that. Arjuna surrendered. Surrendering means are different, but surrendering is there by all of them. And therefore they are glorified. Either Vidura giving up the kingdom palace, or Maharaj Parikshit giving up the kingdom, or Arjuna wanting to fight the war. All of them are principle is they have surrendered to the Supreme Lord. They fulfill the desire of the Supreme. They have understood and fulfilled the desire. Through when we face such a situation, one thing is that we should not instinctively react. Take some time to analyze what is the situation. And based on that, based on our understanding at that time, at that level of understanding, we take certain action. Later on, we come to know it is right or wrong. Then, if it is wrong, we correct it next time. We understand, okay, I reacted wrongly. So, next time it happens because you have experience. Now, you will be more mature to behave better way in the next instance. If this philosophy has sunk in nicely, then we may be able to apply this instruction at that moment. Or Paramatma has inspired us at that moment. No, no, don't behave like that. Paramatma may inspire, behave appropriately as per the achara of the devotees. Please behave properly. The Lord Paramatma may inspire. Uh, but we should not think that because I read all these things, I'll be able to apply. The application will come by the mercy of the Supreme Lord. So hence we should always be seeking for the blessings of the Lord. Behave appropriately. Even though I may by heart all this, but by heart will always remain by heart only. The application that when it because application means realization has happened. That will come by the blessings of the Lord. At that instant when things have happened and I am behaving, what kind of behavior comes, that Paramatma will inspire. Provided we are always seeking his blessings. Provided we are surrendered. If we are surrendered to Paramatma, Paramatma will direct. But if you are surrendered to Maya, Maya will direct. Hmm? So this doesn't mean that we should not gain knowledge. We understand. We try from our level through knowledge, apply in our life practically. But finally, it is the blessings of the Lord, Paramatma's inspiration, that actually helps us to become successful in implementing at a right moment, right time situation. In one instance, I may behave properly. In another instance, I may not. See, these are all, see, insult also will be 1 kg insult, suppose. You will have 2 kg strength. So, in that instance, you may be, behaved correctly. Now, insult comes 100 kg and you are only still 2 kgs only. So, now you have to increase your tolerance limit also. So, that also is there. Understood now. So, life is like that. It's a gradual growing of our strength. of our tolerance. More and more we have to increase our tolerance. We should not think at one time I have been successful in tolerating, maybe whole life I will be successful. Not guaranteed. Maybe same 1 kg will be too much in the next instance. So such things are there. Like Arjuna, before fighting this war, before Kurukshetra, he won so many wars bigger than this. He against Duryodhana only he won. But why now he is? So these are all arrangements of the Lord. Here some other thing is there. Arjuna has to fight. It's not only about his fight with his brothers. It is about Swajana Mahave. So many things are there. So like that. So we should not think that now I know the formula, I'll be successful. Our success is only by blessings of the Lord. So we should be continuously seeking the blessings of the Lord. And even if we are incorrect, suppose even if we are incorrect, we should be ready to accept that I am incorrect and improve. We should never keep in our Shastras to always be correct. No, I am reading Shastras as a service to the Lord, as a service to my Guru. By the way, the Gnana goes inside, that's all. By the way, interestingly, I have to read, therefore, Gnana goes. But my success is only by blessings of the Supreme. In any situation, I have become successful in applying not because of my knowledge, not because of my experience. It is only because the Lord blessed me in that instance. Next moment again he blesses, again I will be successful. Next moment again he blesses, again I will. Next moment he blessed not to become successful. Possible. That time we have to accept. Okay, I did wrong. No, let me correct. Understood? No? So we should never keep in the mind. Now behavior will be immaculate behavior. It is not possible. Especially for a conditioned soul, immaculate behavior not possible. But one thing you should never forget is that there is no compromise in this is that he should always be humble enough to accept that he has done a mistake or he has done an error in that point and continue, improvise. If he is not ready to accept his mistake, or if he is telling that I am conditioned role, I am like this only, there is no, uh, there is no uh, benefit for him. So, whatever situation, if it is right, blessings of the Lord. If it is wrong, okay, it is my mistake. I will learn something else. We should be ready. There is no sure-cut formula for all of this. Standard SOP is there, but you, success is not SOP. Following SOP, you should remember. Because success is so many permutations and combinations are there. SOP is only a guideline. This is the way we have to. That's all. Just like this. One way, Arjuna is surrendering one way, Vidura is surrendering one way, Maharaj Parikshit is surrendering one way. It's all different. Surrendering, there is no. What is the SOP? Only one SOP. What Krishna wants, we have to do. That's all. Understood now? So that we have. So success is the blessing of the Lord. Yasya prasada, Bhagavad prasad. That is a success. Otherwise, there is no other success. Suppose Lord is happy by you being insulted. Can be possible. The way you tolerated, the way you may be possible. It can be possible also. So devotee is interested in the Lord's pleasure. He is not interested in his success. Maybe Lord is thinking if you are more successful, you will go away. So therefore he is not giving success. So he is happy that you are not successful because you are there with Krishna. So success is only blessings of the Lord. That's all. Our measurement of success is only blessings of the Lord. Otherwise, we should not have any other measurement. Even materially, I may be perfect. Lord may not be happy. I did SOP perfectly. But Lord is not happy. Can be possible. Because Lord is thinking, "Arey, he did perfectly, now he'll become more ahankara." Understood, no? So, Yasya Prasadat Bhagavat. Our only goal is Lord's pleasure. That is our success. That is the measurement of our success. If Lord says, now you tell lies, then I am going to tell lies. Lord says, don't tell lies, I will. Lord says, you fight, now I will fight. Lord says, don't fight. No. Now Lord may say, go and insult. We may have to insult also. Lord may say, don't insult. Whatever Lord says. So therefore, we have to be very flexible. Conditioned soul means is very rigid. In devotional service, we have to be very flexible. Flexible means ready for anything for the pleasure of the Lord. Bend anyway. Bend anyway. No, I am very truthful man. No, you have to bend for Krishna. No, I am very honest. No, you have to bend for Krishna. No, I am very dishonest. No, bend for Krishna. No, I am very hardworking. No, bend for Krishna. I am very lazy. Bend for Krishna. For Krishna, we have to be ready for anything. That is the. So success is only by blessing of the Lord. There is, even though SOP is there, we are obliged to follow SOP as a matter of duty. But success is blessing of. Suppose you are in Nepal, you are saying you should sit in your home, protect yourself first. You should do as a duty what is required, you should do. What is as a duty he is supposed to do? He should protect himself, safeguard himself. He should do. As a duty, as a principal duty, what he is supposed to do, we should do. In that external, that's what Vidura is also doing. He gave instructions, no, they are not listening. He left it. That's But he gave his instruction. He knows deaf ears. Even though Dhritarashtra has called me 100 times, he has called 100 times, he has asked me same question. 100 times I have replied same thing. Duryodhana is not good. Duryodhana 100 times he has replied. But again he repeated same. As a matter of duty, we will have to do self-protection. Suppose we are in that situation. We have to sit in our home and protect ourselves. And then later on see what happens. Duty has to be done. Yes. Yes. Panchaitani Mahabhav. Five factors are there for success of any action. And the fifth factor always we forget. That is Supreme Lord. So he is the most important principle in the success of any activity. So everything, all the four principles we may apply perfectly. But the fifth principle, he has to be satisfied. If he is satisfied, that is success. That is a main point. So that's why devotee, when he does anything, he keeps the fifth factor in his mind. That's why Krishna is saying, Chetasa sarva karmani, mai sanyasya matparaha, matparaha, conscious of me. For whom are you doing? He has to, for him you have to conscious. Okay, you are doing some book distribution. For whom are you doing? If you forget that, Machittaha, for him I am doing this book distribution to satisfy the Lord. I am doing cooking to satisfy the Lord. I am doing pujari service to satisfy the Lord. I am doing MMD to satisfy the Lord. Machittaha. So his Supreme Lord's chittam, then it is success. You are insulting as a duty with the Supreme Lord and conscious, he will be pleased with, then it is success. If you are fighting with that, Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu, Mamanusmare Yuddhacha, Krishna is saying. So Krishna consciousness is important. That success automatically has come. In that matter, you may fail materially. It appears you may fail materially, but you have already achieved success because of Krishna consciousness. Like book distribution, you may not sell today any books, but machittaha. When you are selling books, you are remembering Krishna and doing it. Therefore, you are success. The success is not material profit and loss. Success is Lord is satisfied or not. Because either profit or loss, who is giving? Krishna only is giving. That is in his hands. So, in such a situation, whether I am behaving appropriately or not, it's all the blessings of the Lord. It happens by the blessing of the Lord. But our endeavor is there. Okay, now Lord will bless, then I'll behave correctly. Not like that. You behave as per the standard. Whether it is success or not, there is the blessings of the Lord. Okay. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की शिल प्रभुपाद